at Riverfront. Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning here at Cincinnati on a cold day on which we had some snow. Paul, both these teams have had trouble with their running game.
They sure have, and as far as the quarterbacks are concerned, Lindsey, Joe Pisarcik, I think he throws a home run ball a lot, just much too much. I think he needs a lot more discipline in his passing game.
What about Anderson?
Well, Anderson, of course, is one of the most disciplined quarterbacks of all time. He's not having his best year. He's only thrown 4 touchdown passes. That's the lowest figure in the AFC. As far as the running game is concerned, I think both these teams will try to keep it on the ground. I know when talking, we're sneaked around this morning trying to find out who was going to do what to who, and I understand Cincinnati's going to try to run the football today.
What about the field? Now, it's artificial turf, it's cold, they've got practically all the snow off. Will that affect the running game?
I think it will affect the running game. I think it moves the Giants up a little bit. You know, they haven't been playing too poorly on defense. Actually, that front four, I'm impressed with the front four of New York. I think they've got a great future ahead of them. Troy Archer especially, and Mendenhall in the middle. They're a fine pair.
All right, let's take a look now down at the field. Teeing the ball up, the Cincinnati Bengals on the 35-yard line. Chris Barr will kick it off. And retreating, you see Hammond there going center deep to receive it for the New York Giants. The officials here, Cal Lepore is the head man. He is a veteran official in the National Football League. Chris Barr ready to kick off and start this game in Cincinnati, Ohio. Bell is waiting, and he's got it at the 3-yard line. He's back to the 10, to the 15, and he is across the 20-yard line. So it'll start 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for the New York Giants. Cameron downfield to make the tackle. That's the offensive line now for the Giants. Gravel, Van Horn, Chandler, Hicks, and Michalajczak. And it's going to be Perkins at a wide receiver, Robinson at a wide receiver, and Shirk is the tight end for the Giants. Perkins starting. Pisarcik, Coder, and Zaka are the setbacks. Pisarcik trying to keep his hands a little warm here on a cold day in Cincinnati. Zaka's the up back, and Coder is on the tail of the tandem, 1st and 10. Here is Coder carrying. And he got not much as he tried to turn upfield just about to the line of scrimmage. Gary Burley made the tackle, and there is the defensive front four. Burley, Johnson, Whitley, Bacon. Linebackers are Harris, LeClaire, and Williams. And the deep backs, Morgan, Riley, Casanova, and Cobb are the safeties, of course. 2nd down and 10 yards to go at the 22-yard line. Zaka in a right set, Coder in a left set for the Giants. Pisarcik. And it is completed. First completed pass of the day. Moves it up just short of the 29-yard line. Marvin Cobb coming over to make the tackle on Shirk.
Here it is again. Pisarcik is what we were talking about. A little play action, bootleg to the left side. Kept his cool, stepped right up into the pocket. Just a little delay over the middle to his tight end. Going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
Well, they spotted in advance to the 27, short of the 28-yard line. A big 3rd down play coming here now. They're in an I formation. Zaka ahead of Coder. Penalty marker is thrown. Coder is hit before he could get to the line of scrimmage, but there was a marker, a linesman's flag to be checked out.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that today, Lindsey. We saw someone slip there. This field is going to be very, very slippery.
Against the Giants, of course, and it's being declined, and so the punting unit has come onto the field.
Offside, 86, penalty decline, 4th down.
Dave Jennings has averaged 40.9. He gets it off. Tony Davis is back there deep. Davis has it at the 34, to 35 across the 40, and he dives up to the 43-yard line. The Cincinnati Bengals will start 1st and 10 at the 43.
I don't know if I'll be long on the air. I can't talk.
It was Ellenbogen downfield to make the tackle. There's the offensive line now for the Bengals. May, Shinners, Johnson, Lapham, and Holland. McAnally, Bob Brooks, and Trumpy are the receivers. Anderson, Archie Griffin, and Pete Johnson.
Chuck, can you hear me?
I think it's Booby Clark. Dropping back is Anderson with a long pass downfield to Brooks. Brooks has got it, and he's gone for a touchdown. On the first play from scrimmage, a touchdown pass from Anderson to Brooks. Bill Bryant, the cornerback.
That's 48 yards, Lindsey. First play from scrimmage. A beauty. Here's Anderson, play action. He fakes to the fullback. Everybody stays in. Almost did not pick up the blitz. And Brooks just outruns Billy Bryant on the corner and just trots in. Easy score for Cincinnati.
They had the ball in their own territory, so make it 58. We have a conversion attempt coming now. Chris Barr, who is 16 for 16 in the point-after department with Marvin Cobb holding. Cincinnati Bengals are on the scoreboard early. Barr boots it, and it's good. So as they come back up the field here in Cincinnati, Ohio, it is the Bengals 7 and the Giants nothing. We have 13 minutes 11.
Now, let me tell you something. I've eaten the dust of many a rodeo, and I built up some kind of a thirst. That's why I drink light beer from Miller. It has a third less calories than a regular beer, and it tastes real good. Light says giddy up to all that flavor, and woe to being filled up. And that ain't no book.
What? Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
You don't have to lose sleep worrying about that drive to work tomorrow. Not when you've got Firestone Snowbiters going with you. To dig you out and pull you through, they've got 2 sets of deep-biting teeth. And in between, traction bars for quiet running and long mileage. In radials, bias, or retreads, they'll put teeth in your winter driving. Firestone Town & Country Snowbiters. Pleasant dreams.
Chris Barr will kick off now for the Bengals. Hammond and Bell are the deep men for the Giants. So to Hammond's side of the field. Hammond in the end zone, bobbles the ball. He doesn't have to run it out, and he will not. It's a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Ken Anderson trying to stay warm.
Lindsey, they catch the Giants perfect in a perfect blitz situation. That means man-to-man on the corner, and Billy Bryant just gets beat here by the speed of Billy Brooks. Actually, Brooks is only the only deep threat that Cincinnati has today. Just an easy 6.
So it is 1st and 10 now for the Giants. They started Jimmy Robinson and Johnny Perkins at the wide receivers here today. With Gary Shirk at the tight end, they split the running back, Zonka and Coder. Pisarcik is the quarterback. Coder has the right side and gets across the 20 for a couple of yards before he is stacked up by the Cincinnati Bengals. Picked up 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 22. Gary Burley in there on the last tackle, along with Coy Bacon. Bacon right there.
Had a great year last year with sacks. He's not too happy with the whole play, and he's been very outspoken around Cincinnati, the papers, about the overall play of the Bengals.
This is Coder on a sweep left, and he is at the 25 and goes out of bounds with the 1st down. All he had to do was get to the 30. Bob Hammond, I beg your pardon. Bob Hammond it was. Reggie Williams on the tackle. Bob Hammond is in that backfield.
Good play here. Here's a little reverse to the halfback. He's got everybody out in front. There's Zonka. Zonka gets a standoff block, enabling Hammond to pick up the 1st down.
So Hammond, who has rushed for 397 yards this year, the leading rusher for the Giants, has averaged 3.7, and he's picked up a 1st down. 1st and 10 now. And the ball is at the 30-yard line. Sarchik brings him up. Here is Coder. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Coy Bacon there. Backed up by Reggie Williams.
Well, they got outside of Coy Bacon on the last play for the first down, but not this time. That's Reggie Williams, the linebacker, and Coy Bacon. The block of Gordon Gravel, he couldn't turn him in, and Coy Bacon does the rest with the help from Reggie Williams. Lindsey, I've noticed they've got Eddie Edwards, a rookie out of Miami, in there. They didn't waste any time. He's been in the hospital for on and off for the last 2 or 3 weeks with chest pains, and they really didn't know what happened. This is his first week back, and they're starting him right away.
Ran all sorts of tests, and he was given a clean bill of health yesterday. The Sargent throwing on the run to Coder, and Coder is at the 28, 29-yard line. Pulled out of bounds on the far side by Ray Phillips. It's going to be 3rd and long still. Giants right now have Doug Coder and Bob Hammond in the same backfield, as they have tried all sorts of combinations throughout the year, but Zonka is not in there, and it's Coder and Hammond in the backfield just now for the Giants.
Zonka's only caught 1 pass all year long, and when you have a fullback that only catches 1 pass, the way they play football today, Lindsey, you've got to throw to both of your backs, so that defense can take too much advantage of it. Here's a little double wing.
3rd and 11. Sargent now, right over there to Hammond, and Hammond is up to the 33.5, but that will bring the punting unit on as Lamar Parrish made the tackle, and Jennings leads the punting unit on for the Giants. Tony Davis has dropped back. Tony Davis has dropped back to receive the punt now for Cincinnati. And dropping back there with him is Willie Shelby. And on the far side, Jerry Anderson. So they've got 3 deep. Davis.
Beauty.
At the 22-yard line. Davis to the 25 to the 30. 35. And he is stopped at the 40-yard line. So it is 1st and 10 for the Bengals. They held the ball at their own 40-yard line. Jim Peterzak was downfield to make the tackle. He makes the snap from center in deep punt formation, and then he got downfield to make the stop on a 44-yard punt.
Ford introduces the new Futura. A dramatic combination of styling and technology for 1978 and beyond. Futura. Its striking design is the result of computer modeling and extensive aerodynamic testing. Its excellent fuel economy results in part from the use of high-strength, low-alloy metals in Futura's construction. And Futura's ride is the result of a newly created advanced front suspension system. Futura. In a world where cars are looking more and more alike, it represents a change. A dramatic combination of styling and technology for 1978 and beyond. Realistically priced for today. See your Ford dealer for a personal test drive.
Now, if you wonder why there is snow on the center of the field, it's simply that when the ground crew got here this morning, there was 2 inches all over the tarp, and the center part was taken off first. It was still snowing. So that's what fell after the tarp was removed. They're trying to sweep the line clean. That's what they're trying to do. They've got the line showing.
I'm glad you said that, because I was wondering that myself. You got here earlier than I did.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Booby Clark, along with Archie Griffin in that backfield, and it's Booby Clark. Gets through to the 43.
Flag down.
Harry Carson in to make the stop.
He's been a bright spot in that New York Giant defense.
Offsides against the Giants. That'll move it up to the 45 and make it 1st and 5 for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, Cincinnati's belief is they can win the next 2 ball games. This one, and of course they travel to Kansas City next week, and they'll have a big showdown with Pittsburgh.
Number 10.
Martin, Mendenhall, Archer, and Gregory, the defensive line for the Giants. It's Van Pelt, Carson, and Kelly, the linebackers. And the D-backs are Bryant, Rhodes, Powers, and Sankey. Brooks to the right side here. Mike Daniels on a wide left for the Bengals. Quarterback by Anderson. Archie Griffin. Pulled down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner at Ohio State. First and 10 at the 24.
He reminds me a lot of Tony Dorsett. They are both the same type. Quickness, watch this. Roll out, draw to the left side. Look at the block on Troy Archer from the left tackle, Rufus Mays, enabling Griffin to get into the secondary. Number 20 finally pulls him down, Jim Steineke, with help from 29.
Steineke and Powers. So it's first and 10 at the 24-yard line. Bobby Clark, penalty marker, a linesman's flag is thrown as he got just to the line of scrimmage. Harry Carson there, middle linebacker for the Giants. Offsides against the Giants. That'll make it first and 5, move it to the 19-yard line.
Perfect position for especially a quarterback like Anderson. First and 5, a throwaway down.
The Bengals are here and trying to keep warm like everybody else. Cal Lepore, the referee.
Encroachment, 29. Defense lining up offside. It's a first down.
That's the safety man, Linz.
That's the safety man lined up offsides, Clyde Powers.
That was Archie Griffin's longest run of the year, by the way, 31 yards.
Griffin came in with only 275 yards for the year. First and 5 at the 19. On a delay, they tried the draw to Archie, and Griffin is stacked up. Troy Archer got to him that time for the Giants. About a yard on the play. And make it second and 4. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League, is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Cincinnati Bengals and the National Football League is prohibited. Second down, 4 yards to go. Archie Griffin in motion to the right. Bobby Clark saw a tackle and drives to the 15-yard line.
Here it is, Brad Van Pelt playing off the guard's block, pulls back to the inside, stops him. It's going to be very close to the first down. Going to be a little bit short. Going to bring up third and about a half a yard.
So now they'll run a double tight end alignment here. Mike Cobb has come in. They've also got Pete Johnson in there. He's the leading rusher, and Tony Davis. Johnson and Davis. And it's Johnson for the first and 10, but a linesman's flag is down. He moved to the 12-yard line. Van Pelt made the stop, but there is a linesman's flag. So again, Cal Lepore indicates offsides. Giants. The Giants continue.
That's a third offside penalty for the New York Giants here in the first two series, Lindsay. And somebody's just a little bit too close to that football.
That'll make it, of course, a first down. It was a 3rd and 1. Cal Lepore, the referee now.
Encroachment, 55. On the defense, lining up offside, first down.
The linebacker Brian Kelly lined up offsides. It's first down and goal to go right at the 10-yard line. This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. McDaniel to a far left. Griffin and Bobby Clark are back in there at the running backs. Bobby Clark. For Bobby Clark.
Oh, hard running by Bobby Clark.
Van Pelt assisted him along the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, he kept his balance. 245 pounds going against Brad Van Pelt, about 230, and Bobby Clark just was not to be denied to that end zone. Just zone blocking up front. Bobby Clark's got a nice hole. Brad Van Pelt over there. There's the safety man, misses the tackle. Pelt comes back. That's Brian Kelly, and he drags Kelly into the end zone.
We had an official casualty on the same drive, and now it's going to be a conversion attempt by Chris Barr with Marvin Cobb holding. And it's good. And so now, the Cincinnati Bengals have taken a lead of 14-0, and we have 7 minutes, 49 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter.
Oh, great run.
Mr. Highboom.
Huh?
Mr. Highboom.
Yes?
Yeah, look, we understand that you're taking a trip with us tomorrow.
Trip?
Yeah, well, we want you to know that Avis is working right now.
Avis?
It's vacuuming your car, checking the oil, brakes, even the air in the spare tire.
Spare tire.
One of the ways Avis tries harder is working at night, so you're ready in the
Harder?
morning. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's a Chrysler Cordoba, and it's blue. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
We try harder, Avis. Avis, we don't know another way.
The Quintrix 2-color picture tube from Panasonic brings you a very lifelike picture. Because Quintrix 2 is our inline picture tube with an extra pre-focus lens that concentrates and focuses the electron beam to bring you Panasonic's sharpest picture ever. So lifelike, you may even feel you're part of the picture. Quintrix 2, one more reason Panasonic is just slightly ahead of our time.
A scientist with superhuman strength. The all-new adventure. The return of the Incredible Hulk. Monday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Cincinnati, 4 plays, total yards 60, and they had the ball 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Chris Barr will kick off. Bell and Hammond at the deep end for the Giants. It's over to Hammond's side of the field. Bob Hammond at the 6-yard line. He's back to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Hammond across the 25 to the 30. And Hammond returns it to the 34-yard line. So the Giants will start their first and 10. A light snow shower is falling right now here at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. The prediction was for 2 inches more of snow this afternoon. It is increasing in intensity at the moment. So the ball is just in advance, just short of the 34, in advance to the 33-yard line. Cincinnati leading by 14 points here. Midway of the first quarter, Spasarchik comes up. 59 for 147, a completion percentage of 40.7. And the long pass now, and it is incomplete. As they tried the dipsy doodle, Lamar Parrish covered, and Johnny Perkins is the man for whom it's intended. That's a dipsy doodle pass play for Sargent, way downfield.
I'll tell you one thing, he's got a strong arm, Lindsey. He threw this about 65 yards in the air, almost intercepted, and then it almost bobbles right into the hands of Perkins.
It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Giants. Los Angeles 6, Cleveland nothing in the first quarter. The Rams are out front.
That's just what Cincinnati wants, isn't it?
Little contact before the snap. Jerry Shirk, you saw, make some contact. Whether he was drawn off or not, I don't know. Coy Bacon was over there. Procedure against the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants are having trouble. There's the first quarter score. New England 7, Philadelphia nothing. That's 4 offside penalties now against the Giants for 20 yards.
Second down and 5 yards to go back at the 28. The Giants sideline.
Much tougher on those defensive backs on a field like this. If you make one mistake and it's 6.
Jimmy Moore here's in the wide left. Pasarchik is throwing, and it's incomplete. Covering defensively Lamar Parrish, the veteran, intended over there for Jimmy Robinson. So it'll be 3rd and 5 at the 28-yard line. Pasarchik has the lowest completion percentage of any starting quarterback in the National Football League.
Well, they still have confidence in this young man out of New Mexico. He's a rookie. Pittsburgh 6, the Jets 3, first quarter.
Cincinnati Bengals, when they look ahead, they see Pittsburgh down the line.
They sure do. 2 weeks from today, right here.
3rd down and 5. I beg your pardon, 15. 3rd and 15. Pasarchik. He is knocked down.
Burley. Harry Burley.
Harry Burley.
And Lindsey, that's been the Giants' problem all year long. That's a 44th sack of the year. They rank 2nd in the NFL. Protecting the pass was 2nd worst figure in the NFL. There's Burley on a little stunt. He sacks Pasarchik.
Burley earlier this year, the man who Jack Fran Tarkenton of the Minnesota Vikings, and that resulted in a broken leg. Back to do the punting is Dave Jennings, and Davis has dropped back along with Shelby. Davis at the 39 to the 40. Davis across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And the Bengals will start their 1st and 10. Dan Lloyd downfield to make the tackle for the Giants. A 43-yard punt for Dave Jennings. 6 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Cincinnati is leading by a score of 14-0.
An excellent field position again. Excellent field position for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And it's that kind of day. You jog along to try to stay warm in Cincinnati.
This fresh egg is going to help us sell this brand new Freeflex shoe from Freeman. Watch. You can do it with any new Freeman Freeflex. Let's use the same egg.
This realistic 40-channel CB radio is on sale right now at your nearby Radio Shack for the unbelievable low price of $49.95. That's 50% off our catalog price. And our realistic Model 466 is ready to use on all 40 CB channels. For under $50, get the convenience and security of two-way CB communication today. The sale-priced realistic 40-channel CB radio, only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
Paul, I suppose that's what the natives wear.
Yeah, I guess so. He's dressed for the weather. Johnny Bent's a young number 5 is what we call him. How you doing, John? We'll talk to you in a little bit.
And that's what you wear if you happen to be along there. You can see the snow falling, and it's falling steadily here in Cincinnati. A 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Atlanta 3, Tampa Bay nothing in the first quarter. Kenny Anderson.
Reverse.
Fake the reverse, and Archie Griffin's got the football. Skates his way up across the 50-yard line and down to about the 46 or 7. George Martin forced him out of bounds. It's going to be spotted at the 47, 46-yard line. So make it second down about 1.5 yards. Bengals are leading 14-0. They have the ball in Giant territory. I'll tell you, Paul Horning, there is a little snow falling in the booth here on occasion.
I love it. You know, I think this is good football weather, though, Lindsay. You're going to have to play in it sooner or later.
Man spends a lot of years in Green Bay, loves any kind of weather.
We used to love this kind of weather. It slowed everybody else up to our pace.
Boobie Clark is carrying, and he gets across for a 1st and 10. Across the 45-yard line, Bill Bryant and Van Pelt made the tackle. Well, it's going to be spotted, and they'll take a look now for the possible first down where it's spotted, but I think it is.
End zone shot, Lindsay, coming up. Just zone blocking off the right side. Boobie Clark slips to the outside for the first down.
They're going to measure.
He's got it.
Oh, he's got it by 1 inch or 2. Well, the CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday at 5 p.m., the International Record Makers Tournament of Weightlifting. One of the big events, and then we'll have the World's Strongest Men competition as well.
Oh, that's a good one. They're going to be lifting refrigerators. I understand. I'll tell you one thing, it'd go right in handy right here.
CBS Sports Spectacular. First down and 10 yards to go. That's Archie Griffin again. Archie Griffin down to the 32-yard line. Carson and Gregory finally brought him down.
Good blocking, 14-yard pickup by Archie Griffin. Look at the cross block here. Center blocks left, the guard pulls, and Griffin's got a good hole. And then he's converged. He had a little clothesline thrown at him by Clyde Powers, finally brought down by Jack Gregory. Now watch him take out Mendenhall here on the cross block. See, they get a standoff with the tackle, and he runs right by Mendenhall there.
Spotted at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 out of an I formation. Griffin again to the left side. Picked up about 1 yard down to the 30 where he's pushed back. Pittsburgh 6 and the Jets 6 in the first quarter. Brian Kelly and Jack Gregory made the tackle for the Giants. The snow is falling steadily here now in Cincinnati, and the artificial turf is losing its greenery. Davis is coming to the ball game. Shinners is coming at guard. McAnally's coming at end.
Yeah, Griffin's got 56 yards now. About 6 carries.
Pete Johnson, Tony Davis. Beg your pardon, it is only Davis as a setback. I got Brooks set on the slot right. McDaniel is a wide right. And dropping back. Anderson.
Wide open.
Brooks has got it for the touchdown. Second touchdown of the day for Billy Brooks.
They just overloaded the right side, Lindsey, and tried to get a man-on-man situation with Billy Brooks, and that's exactly what they got. Now Brooks is lined up to the left of your screen. Good pass protection. Anderson sitting back. Watch Brooks break to the inside. He's wide open right there. Number 22 is Ray Rhodes.
Dragged him right on across the goal line into the end zone. It's the third touchdown of the day.
Second for Billy Brooks and his third touchdown pass on the year.
Chris Barr is in to kick. Marvin Cobb is holding.
It's a lot of pressure on the defensive backs, Lindsey, on a field like this. You hear so many announcers say, well, the offense knows where it's going, and the defense has got to give a little bit more ground. One slip on a field like this, and you're all over.
It is no good. It is wide, no good.
He hooked it to the left.
And so, as they come back up the field, it's 20-0.
See, they're having a little confusion lining up. I think they have not seen this before. This is the last play here. Show where they lined up.
So the Bengals now will kick off as the Cincinnatis have taken a 20-0 lead. We have 4 minutes, 52 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. And the sweepers are out to try to get the line straightened out. Anderson, 2 for 2 in the air, 88 yards and 2 touchdowns as they will clear the line so that the ball may be properly spotted. One thing about broadcasting a football game on a field that's covered with snow, you have about as good a chance as guessing where the ball is as the officials do.
I tell you, in another 10 minutes, it's going to be completely covered. You can barely see the 30-yard line. Not barely. It's pretty good from our vantage point here, but if you're looking at it without that TV set, it's tough.
Chris Barr puts it up. He's got Hammond and Bell deep, and Gordon Bell is waiting. He's got it at the 3-yard line. He's across the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, and Gordon Bell is pulled down. First down and 10 yards to go. You can relive Johnny Cash's all-time favorite Christmases as Johnny gathers his family and friends. Roy Clark, Jerry Lee Lewis, Roy Orbison, Carl Perkins, and the Sadler Brothers for a delightful Christmas special Wednesday at 10, 9 Central and Mountain Time. One of your favorites.
Oh, Roy Orbison. Pretty woman, gonna walk on by.
Don't quit your day job. First down and 10 yards to go. Cutter is pushed way back. It'll be spotted up there, I think, about the 38-yard line. Jim LeClaire, middle linebacker, was there.
Chris Barr, the fine kicker for the Cincinnati Bengals, who incidentally was 3 out of 3 last week. Field goals 44, 43, and 42. Just missed that extra point. That's his first miss of the year.
Willie Spencer was in for the one play, but he just left the field. And we've got Cutter in the up-back spot now, and it's going to be Bob Hammond at tailback. Second down and 10 yards to go. Now it's a screen left, taken by Johnny Perkins. And Johnny Perkins is up near midfield as Wilson Whitley came in to make the stop.
This is a screen left. Good shot out of there. The snap. Did you fake? Here comes your lineman out underneath. That's Garden Gravel. Perkins jumps over it, gets up very close to the first down. 75 Wilson Whitley on the stop.
It's going to be third and less than a yard to go.
Boy, they got 2 rookies playing on the inside, the Bengals. Atlanta, second quarter, looks like Tampa Bay, another consecutive loss. There's somebody who's ready for this.
I think I know him. It's third down and a yard to go.
That's regular wear up in Green Bay. I've seen that all my life.
Willie Spencer's back in there and a set left now. Think they picked it up. Gave it to the big man, Larry Zonka, and Zonka got the first and 10, his first carry of the day. That is only the 83rd time that Zonka's carried the ball this year.
I tell you, it's got to be tough for Larry, too. You know, he's been one of the great backs in the National Football League, and it's tough picking up yards. He's not the same guy that played with the Miami Dolphins, but, of course, when you're called upon also time and time again, Lindsey, it's 3rd and 1, it's 4th and a half a yard. You know, those are the tough yards to pick up.
You don't fool a lot of people.
No, they know he's coming.
This is Hammond. He slips on the cut. Bob Hammond wanted to cut and drive, but he slipped on the cut for a loss on the play. Eddie Edwards there to make the stop.
Well, it's tough enough playing on a field like this if it's 0-0, but when you're trying to come from behind 20 points, even in the first quarter, well, Lindsey, just can't get out of your game plan. You got to do what you've seen in the films the last couple of weeks. If you find a crack in that defense, you got to take advantage of it for 3 and 4. You just can't go out there and play helter-skelter and try to catch up with the home run.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line. Pisarcik over the middle to Hammond, incomplete. Trying to give it his back. It'll be 3rd and 12 at the 47-yard line. The Alls has had Zonka out there as a potential pass receiver. Gary Burley was putting the pressure on Pisarcik,
as he has done all this first quarter. Burley's got a sack.
We have 1 minute 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Cincinnati is leading by a score of 20-0.
Joe 4 out of 7 for 21 yards. There's that reverse cutter.
Hammond trying to execute his block on the corner there.
Reggie Williams did a fine job. Outside linebacker on the right side. Let's take a look from the end zone here. Here comes Coulter around the left side. Let's see if we can pick up. They try to double team Reggie Williams here. Makes a real fine play. Shoves him out of bounds. Short, of course.
Jennings is coming to do the punting now for the Giants. Davis is dropped back center deep. He's got Anderson on one side and Shelby on the other. Over to the far side, and it hit.
It touched him, I think.
Touched.
It's a live football, boys.
I think it is. Campbell is on there at the 10-yard line, and Cincinnati got the ball. Jerry Anderson was the man who was hit for the ball.
Lindsey, that's exactly what the Giants were hoping for. There's Mike McCormick, former head coach of the Eagles, on the sidelines, and the Bengals get a big break here. That's exactly what New York wanted. Have a turnover down there close and try to get back into this game. A 35-yard punt. Jennings did his job.
Tony Davis is the man who finally recovered the football. As you see, Bill Johnson well covered there with the Parker on, the head coach of these Cincinnati Bengals. Tiger Bill. That's Boobie Clark and Archie Griffin, the setbacks. Archie Griffin's got the football. Pass for 3 yards out to the 13, where it'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go. It was Brian Kelly, right outside linebacker, who made the stop. Snow is falling heavily here in Cincinnati. John Schinner is coming in there at guard now for the Bengals. John McDaniel to a wide right. Billy Brooks is in a wide left. Again, it's Archie Griffin. Got him across the 20 for a 1st and 10, a whirling dervish.
Oh, he displayed his Heisman Trophy for him that time. The only guy to ever win 2 Heisman trophies. And Griffin's having a good day out there. He's enjoying it. He doesn't care about the weather, I'll tell you. This is a fine run here by the second-year man from Ohio State. Watch him. Troy Archer breaks out of that tackle, breaks out of a tackle from Jack Gregory, and spinning on this field, too, Lindsey.
Mendenhall finally got to him on the bottom of the sack there, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 22.
Picked up 8 yards. We think.
Boobie Clark stopped at the 24. George Martin made the tackle. And there's the gun sounding at the end of the period. So that is the end of the first quarter here in Cincinnati. And the score is the Bengals 20 and the Giants nothing.
The Bell system recognizes that many seemingly unrelated business problems are really communications problems in disguise. So we've provided our account representatives with the skills and equipment they need to take a company's problems and our solutions to them and fit them together into a total communications system. For we firmly believe that in solving problems for companies like yours, the system is the solution.
A guy I know tells me this new Sunbeam adjustable groomer razor is the greatest shaver ever made. Well, I say, so what? I'm a blade man. He says, try it and you won't be. He's right.
Here's how Sunbeam's new groomer razor works. 12 stainless steel blades cut at 8,000 strokes a minute through the thinnest shaving head you can get. Stands whiskers up and shears them off, at or below the skin line.
You a blade guy? Try this. It may be the last time you use a blade.
I was asked to talk about the incredible Black & Decker Workmate. There's almost nothing it can't hold. But the Workmate is so incredible, I'm going to let it do the talking.
The Workmate from Black & Decker and nobody else. When America has a job to do, it reaches for Black & Decker.
Well, it's a day for all the fur parkers you can find.
Right. That's not Phyllis George, is it?
I don't think so. It'll be 2nd out and 8 yards to go. Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning here in Cincinnati as we start the second quarter. The Bengals lead 20-0. They have it 2nd and 8 at their own 24. Move Boobie Clark over a little bit. Anderson back. Brooks has got it. Brooks has got it across the 50 and over into Giant territory. Clyde Powers made the stop.
Brooks just killing the Giants.
Holding is indicated against the Giants against Cincinnati on the play. Holding against the Bengals will nullify the long pass play.
Well, this field is not hurting the throwing of Ken Anderson. We can see that. He just toes back, got good pass protection. And the receivers just has eaten the secondary alive.
Cal Lepore, the referee, marking off the penalty.
Holding 64. Offense, 2nd down.
John Shinners.
Let's take a look, see if we can pick it up on the left side. 71 is Rufus Mays. There it is. 64, John Shiners.
2nd down and 18 yards to go, 17 yards to go. Not much. Archie Griffin. Troy Archer made the tackle. That's Griffin.
Big smile.
Picked up a yard. It's 3rd and 16.
$67 yards now for Archie Griffin.
Boobie Clark. Got 1 or 2.
They'll punt it away.
Archer made the stop, and the punting unit comes on. Pat McAnally will do the punting. He's a 2nd-year man from Harvard who has averaged 40.6. Hammond is back there. Bob Hammond to receive the punt for the Giants, who have 10 men on the line of scrimmage. up about midfield and is bounding around there, and there will be no return. So the Giants get it about midfield here early in the second quarter.
35-yard punt, no return.
We have now 13:22 remaining to be played in the first half here at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ten years ago, no one knew me. I was part of the famous no-name defense. Then we built our reputation by being fast. Now, I don't want to lose that. I drink light beer from Miller because it doesn't fill me up, has a third less calories than a regular beer, and it tastes great. Now everyone knows me.
Hey, I know you. You're,
Nick Bonacani.
No, that's not it.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
When you're looking for tires that put teeth in winter driving, drop in on the Snowbiters at Firestone. Look at them, 2 sets of deep biting teeth that really gobble up snow, but they don't take a bite out of you. Right now, a polyester cord Snowbiter is just $20 plus federal excise tax, and you can charge them. For quiet running, long mileage, and plenty of traction, Firestone Town and Country Snowbiters.
First and 10 for the Giants. They have the ball at the 48-yard line. Pittsburgh is leading the Jets 13-6 in the second quarter. Zonka and Hammond are the setbacks in the ball game for the Giants. Joe Pisarcik is the quarterback. Pisarcik trying to get it to Robinson, but it was deflected.
Bo Harris
Bo
almost had the interception, Lindsey.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Bo Harris from LSU.
Got a teammate playing back in that secondary also, Tommy Casanova, another LSU man, and we'll have LSU down in the Sun Bowl. I think Tommy Casanova played in the Sun Bowl, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He played there on the game we carried on CBS a few years ago. Second down and 10 yards to go. They're in the slot right, go to a wing left. That's Hammond over there. Coder's the other back, and Coder's on the delay, but he was hit immediately by Wilson Whitley. The rookie from Houston popped him when he got the ball.
Wilson Whitley, everybody's All-American last year, lineman of the year, won the Vince Lombardi Trophy out of Houston. 75, 6'3", 265 pounds, and a great defensive tackle. He's got a big future in this league, Lindsey.
You and I saw a lot of him in the Cotton Bowl for CBS last year.
Sure did. You know, he doesn't have a sack all year long, and it's not that he's playing poorly. And actually, Cincinnati coaches can't figure out he's quick. He has not had a sack all year long.
Pisarcik on a 3rd and 12 up the middle, and it's completed to Coder. Reggie Williams made the stop.
Come up a little bit short.
Going to be short, and the punting unit comes on for the Giants. Dave Jennings comes out to do the punting.
It's getting messy now.
Davis is center deep. He's got Anderson on one side of him, and he has got Shelby on the other. Pass snap.
Great job by Jennings, just getting it, hitting.
That's Davis. Gets out there to about the 14-yard line.
And Tony Davis was very lucky, Lindsey. He made a bad decision in retrieving the football. He should have let it go into the end zone. And it almost cost him 6. It could have cost him 2. Very lucky.
11:40 left to play in the first half.
The best-selling American-made small car versus Japan's best sellers.
Hello, I'm Jackie Stewart at Indianapolis, where the best-selling Japanese cars competed head-to-head against the best-selling small car made in America, Ford Pinto. In 2 driving tests certified by the United States Auto Club, which car performed best? Let's find out. In the truck passing test, a 78 Ford Pinto moved out and passed, quicker than a Datsun B210. Passed quicker than Toyota Corolla. Passed quicker than Honda Civic. In the highway entrance test, which car accelerated to the highway speed first? Pinto. Faster than Datsun. Faster than Toyota. Faster than Honda. And 78 Pintos now have added features and are sticker priced lower than last year. Check out the complete line of Ford Pintos yourself at your local Ford dealers. Another better idea from Ford.
Everybody is dead. Robert Redford. Everyone he trusts will try to kill him in 3 Days of the Condor on the CBS Sunday Night Movies at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
On a high snap from center. Now watch what happens when a guy thinks he almost blocked the kick. That's Gary Burley right there. He thought that Bengals almost had a block. Look at him.
He's trying to keep warm.
Right.
It's 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Pete Johnson's in that backfield now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Archie Griffin's got the football. Got it out there to the 17-yard line. Brian Kelly and John Mendenhall brought him down. 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line. Archie Griffin and Pete Johnson in the backfield, former teammates at Ohio State. Johnson, and that was a helmet that came out of the stack, and there's a penalty marker on the play. Holding is indicated against the Bengals. 10-yard penalty. Mendenhall and Gregory were on the last stop for the Giants. Cal Lepore marks off the penalty. Put it back at the 7-yard line.
The Giants are hoping against hope.
Holding
now they got to come up with some
54.
turnovers.
Offense, 2nd down.
Bob Johnson, the center, holding on the play, makes it 2nd and 17 at the 7-yard line. Bob Johnson was the first man ever drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals when the franchise was first granted. He was an All-American at Tennessee.
I knew you'd get that in.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's coming down now.
Archie Griffin fumble the football, and the scramble is on. Cincinnati retains possession.
Well, you talk about everything going right.
It's about the 8-yard line. Archie Griffin got the ball after having fumbled it.
Well, that's twice now that Cincinnati has fumbled the football and recovered it. And give the Giants those 2 fumbled recoveries, they possibly could have put some points on the board.
Has a very good chance of being 3rd and 15 at the 9.
Yeah. Oh, with your good eyes, you can see what it is. Can't you, Lindsay?
Oh, yes. Everett Johnson up and got across the 15-yard line to about the 17, and the punting unit is coming on now for the Cincinnati Bengals. It was Mendenhall and Gregory again on the stop. It is Pat McAnally to do the punting. Bob Hammond is back to receive the punt for the Giants, who again have 10 men on the line. We'll look from just behind the kicker as we see Bob Johnson, who stays in there and does the snaps in deep punt formation as well as regular plays. Hammond calls for the fair catch.
What a kick.
At the 42-yard line, Hammond skids down, and it's going to be spotted at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
That's a 49-yard punt, Lindsay. And a great punt under pressure. Almost had a chance to be blocked from McAnally's right side.
Well, we have a mixed team golf championship coming up on CBS Saturday, December 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sunday, December 4th Also at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Chi-Chi Rodriguez and Joanne Washam, defending champions. Arnold Palmer's in there with Sandra Palmer, and I guess they hope they don't play like Betsy Palmer.
First and 10 now. Bob Hammond is in that backfield, along with Spencer. Zaka's got the ball, and he gets across the 45. Casanova got to him first.
And that is a real tiger, folks. Isn't that beautiful? It doesn't bother him, Lindsay, at all. Are you kidding? That's
Benzu. Second down and 8 yards to go, and the ball is at the 45-yard line for the Giants. The sweepers stay busy trying to keep the lines clear here at Riverfront Stadium. Zaka and Spencer. Spencer's got it. Big Willie Spencer bumped his way up 4 or 5 yards. Gary Burley made the stop along with Lamar Parrish.
Hard running by Willie Spencer that time. That's Emery Moorhead lined up on the wing. They're trying to contain the linebacker on the left side, Bo Harris, double teaming him with the hand on his back. But anyway, Spencer, good hard running here, and he knocked Lamar Parrish flat on his back.
Third down and 3 yards to go as the ball moved up to the just short of the 50-yard line.
Picked up 5.
Hammond. He pulled off for a lot. Eddie Edwards got to him. Eddie Edwards fired in to make the tackle, and the punting unit comes on now for the Giants.
Lost 4 yards. There's the great rookie. Here's Bob Hammond, and it's not his fault, folks. They tried the same play, a little power play off the right side. Nobody blocked Eddie Edwards. Let's take another angle. There's an end zone shot. There's the center blocking left, the guard pulling out in front of him. That's Doug Van Horn, and Eddie Edwards just got across the line of scrimmage a little bit too quick.
Jennings is in deep punt formation for the Giants. Tony Davis is center deep. Shelby on his right. Anderson on his left. Tony Davis.
Beautiful kick.
At the 13, to the 15, to the 20, across the 25, stopped at the 26-yard line. So they'll start first and 10 there. Larry Mallory made the tackle.
Some good 42-yard punt. We've seen a fine exhibition of punting on these conditions, Lindsay. Second quarter.
Now at Sears, there's a color TV on sale you really have to touch to believe. Now save $80 on Sears Sensor Touch TV. Just $399.95 for a 19-inch picture, an electronic tuner with no moving parts to wear out, a solid-state chassis, and sensor touch. You've just seen the touch of a finger change channels instantly. But even when you see it, you have to touch it to believe it. I believe. Sensor Touch, on sale now at Sears.
International Falls, Minnesota. A car sits on a frozen lake. Through January, February, and March. Then, in April, it started. Thanks to a Die Hard. The Die Hard, sold only at Sears.